Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Kenny Wallace Show, brought to you by JEGS, the leader in high performance aftermarket car parts. Remember to go to jegs.com. They have it all. All right, here we go. We've got a lot to talk about. We're going to try to get it all done pretty quick. The Coke 600 weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway. What an unbelievable weekend in every way. First thing the Herminator's got on his mind is all the people complaining about the rain. Me, I need, me, I. My dear friends, I love you all so very much, but especially on Memorial Day weekend. You're complaining about your little rain when we had soldiers come off those ships and get killed right away, to protect our freedoms. Sometimes even the Herminator's got to go balance, think about it. I saw so many people about me, what am I going to do with my tickets? People, I love you so much. And by the way, Kenny, quit saying people. So sorry. Just really irritated me when I saw everybody. Like what was NASCAR going to do? What was the track going to do? You had Marcus Smith out there scanning tickets. You had the president of the racetrack giving you all a heartfelt message. But I'm going to leave it like this. I'm not going to belabor the point. The next time you complain about rain, which is God's gift, we can't control rain, especially on Memorial Day. I know you all are upset. I know it ruined your plans. I get that. Hey, listen, I went to Charlotte, North Carolina. Dale Earnhardt Jr. asked me to come down to run the Cars Tour race. I went down and I tested Thursday, and he told me, hey, we're canceling the race on Saturday. I could have went home. I stayed down there all week long. It ruined my plans too, but I didn't complain 1 ounce. And then on Saturday, they canceled our NASCAR race day show. So everything got destroyed for me, but I didn't complain because I knew it was Memorial Day weekend. And our soldiers and everybody involved, men, women, everybody involved in all our wars, they got killed right away. They're dead. And here everybody is complaining about rain. Oh, all right. Just wanted to give you that. Listen, that's my opinion. That's my opinion. Okay? So the next time you complain about my ticket, what am I going to do with me? Think about that. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Mr. Jensen. Okay. So anyway, that was my theory, and something for you all to remember the next time a rainout happens. All right, listen, the Coke 600, after all that rain, we got it all in. And right now, Jeff Gluck is over there, and he's got it up. Was this a good race or not? It's like over 90%. This Coca-Cola 600 and the Xfinity race, 300 miles. There was 900 miles of racing in one night. Everything got done maybe almost midnight, 12:15, 1 in the morning. We got it all in. The crowd was there. They were on their feet. They were screaming. So after all the rain, Jeff Gluck has got it up on Twitter right now. I think it could be rated as the best race of the year. And here's why. Let's break it down. So we're going to get to all the wrecks. I'm going to give you my opinion on all the wrecks right away. We're not going to break down every lap because here's why. The Herminator's racing his dirt car now. And I'm paying attention to these races, but we usually break down everything lap by lap when I got a lot of time. But I'm dirty, got my dirt shirt on, been up there unloading the race car. So here's what we saw. Let's go back to what Kevin Harvick told me. He said, Kenny, this new next-gen car, you cannot drive it loose. You cannot drive the new next-gen car loose. You've got to drive a little bit of a push into it. And that's why we see Jimmy Johnson, one of the loosest running race car drivers in America. Jimmy likes a free car. Well, he busted his butt. So Kevin Harvick knows what he's saying. These new next-gen cars, you got to drive a little bit of a push. That's why we saw all the arguments, all the fighting. Everybody was spinning out. Everybody was spinning out because you cannot drive the next gen car loose. It's the way it was built. But it's a game. Once you know that, you know it. So you got to drive accordingly. All right, let's talk about all these fights. All right. Why are all the fights happening? Because of what I just told you. This car is very hard to drive. The next gen car requires a lot of room. You start getting loose, you start feeding it, you get out of control. This car is very hard to drive. And right here on the Kenny Wallace Show, I agree with what Mark Martin said. In that Arkansas voice, Mark Martin said right here, go back and look on Kenny Conversation. He said, best racing I've ever seen in the history of NASCAR. Herman, this is the best racing in the history of NASCAR. Mark is right. We are getting a hell of a show. This car is very hard to drive, and that's the reason you're seeing all the fighting, all the shoving. These drivers are all over each other, and we love it. I think it's great. I think it's awesome. So that's the reason we're seeing all the fighting. Now I'm going to break down each fight one by one. Let's go to each wreck one by one. We saw Brad Keselowski get loose, and bam, slams down into Todd Gilliland. He's loose. He loses control. It could be said that Todd Gilliland saved him, because if Todd Gilliland's out there, maybe Brad Keselowski finishes off the spin. Let's go to the big one. No, I'm not going to go to the big one yet. Let's go to Aric Almirola and Bubba Wallace, right? Listen, I'm trying to get Bubba Wallace on the show. I texted him. I know he read my text. Those guys, they're going to decide whether or not. Listen, I go for the controversial drivers. Everybody, thanks to you, it's all you. You all are awesome. We got great drivers lined up right now. Brad Keselowski was going to be on the show today, but he's tired. We'll do it next week. We got Kenny Schrader coming up. We got Jimmy Johnson coming up. We've got all the big boys coming on, but I go, listen, I'm asking Ross Chastain right now, and I've asked Bubba. So where am I going with this? I want Bubba to come on Kenny Conversation. Bubba's got to quit MFing people and quit. Hold on, Herm. He's got to quit flipping people off. So the first shoving match, we don't see anything going on, but right away, Aric Almirola, during one of the rain delays, goes up to Bubba and goes, Bubba, what'd you flip me off for? I thought we were just racing hard. Why did you flip me off? And then Bubba Wallace responds to Aric, cusses him out. Hey, all that. And Aric didn't have any of it. Aric shoved him, protecting his turf. Listen, he approaches him like a man. I don't want to hear that deal. We should have not went up to him. No. I'm a man. Somebody flipped me off. Hey, buddy, we race each other every week. I see you in the garage area. What'd you flip me off for? Let's straighten this out right now. So Bubba starts MFing him. All Aric wants to know is why you're flipping me off. Flipping people off is what it means. So same thing, all right? When you flip somebody the bird, it means, right? So same thing, just sign language. So Bubba has got to get that chip off his shoulder. I tell Bubba, you're listening to this right now. I know, because people tell him everything. It's not making you look good. It's making you look worse. If you want to hold your ground, just hold your ground like a man, but don't MF everybody and flip everybody off. It's, I don't like that look for you, Bubba. We share the same last name, So my opinion on that is what I just told you. I just told you my opinion. Bubba, stop. All the drivers, have you heard the sound bites from all the drivers? They say, that's Bubba. He's cussing everybody out here lately. I don't know. I don't know if Denny Hamlin or Michael Jordan are talking to him or not. He's running good. He ran great. Let's look at the finish right here. Bubba Wallace finished fourth. He's running good. I got it right here on my phone. Here's the finish. I took it off Jeff Gluck right there. There's the finish. Look at Zane Smith right there in 10th. And look, Jeff Gluck put an exclamation mark. Zane Smith, that's the number one star in hockey. Zane Smith, he outrun them all. You know, you're going to say, hey, Herman, who'd he outrun? Well, you don't see Josh Berry there because, you know, he's not in the race because Chase Elliott is now looking good. So, I mean, you know, top 10 for just running a cup race and, you know, Zane Smith really a truck driver. That's really good. How about Ricky Stenhouse? I mean, he's in town now because they're going to be running World of Outlaw cars over here during Speed Week here at St. Louis. Tyler Reddick. So, William Byron, man, I watched him at Hickory. That kid can drive. That kid can drive. I know William Byron might look like a little school choir boy, but forget all about that. He can drive. All right, so I gave you my opinion on the Aric Almirola, Bubba Wallace deal. All right, so the race continues, and we see everybody spinning out. You know, we saw, I already talked about Brad Kay. We saw Kyle Busch. Now let's go to the big one, the one you all want to hear about. Let's break down the Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott. Now, this one's going to be hard on me because I know for a fact. Let's de-bullshit this right now. I love Chase Elliott as much as you do. I saw Chase Elliott at Hickory because I was shaking everybody's hands because I ran ASA, so they had me there kind of as a dignitary deal. But I told Chase Elliott, I said, man, you look good. You look like a Formula One driver. He's skinny. That fire suit fits him good. And he said, what'd you say? And I said, you look good. You look good. You're physically fit. And he goes, thank you, Herm. So, you know, I can't be a wimp. You know, I'm going to call it the way I see it, all right? So remember what I told you. Everybody's fighting because this next gen car is hard to drive. So I'm gonna run you through the corner. Now, they got into a pissing match a lap before, like Dale Jr. said on Twitter. So Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott got into a little, you know, this or that for 2 laps. But that's that. That's racing. Remember what Dick Trickle said. You must first finish to finish first. We don't need to wreck out mile 300 of a 600 lap race. So let's go into 3. Everything's good. We're coming off of 4. Denny Hamlin starts getting loose. In-car camera. The in-car camera from Fox clearly shows Denny Hamlin letting out of the gas. Oh, I'm trying to save it. Now, he does not run into Chase. Denny Hamlin did not run into Chase Elliott. However, the wind, the side draft, did shove Chase into the wall. Okay? Chase is pissed. Okay? He's going to turn left. Chase is turning left. He's going to come down and wreck him. Now listen, this is my opinion. Chase hits the wall, comes off the wall, goes straight for a little bit, and then takes the wheel and goes like that. He probably meant to rough, you know, Denny Hamlin up a little bit. And at the same time, Brad Keselowski hits him. But I'm going to de-bullshit. That's just people talking. Bottom line is, Chase Elliott hooked. Denny Hamlin wrecked him, destroyed him. That's all there is to it. Now, Bubba Wallace, because he admitted it after the race, got sat out a week. Now, Chase Elliott's really smart, and he's learning. Chase is a champion. He's a winner. I'm not Chase Elliott, so before you start MFing me, Chase Elliott's way better than me. I'm nobody. Okay, now, are we good? All right. Chase Elliott, way better than Kenny Wallace. That's that. But Chase Elliott wrecked Denny Hamlin on purpose. Now, Chase is smart. He does not admit it. So, I don't think Chase Elliott's going to receive a fine because he did not admit it. See what Bubba did? Bubba, you know, he ran all the way down the racetrack and went after Kyle Larson. And when Bubba wrecks people, it's visible. He goes after him. So Chase Elliott's got an argument that, hey, I pounded off the wall. My steering was messed up. So I think Chase diplomatically said, look, you know, I hit the wall. I was out of control. So from that point, now we're in court, right? Now it's, you know, the old he said, she said. Now the reason Chase Elliott does not get penalized because Chase does not admit it in the interview. Chase actually says, hey, when I hit the wall, I couldn't control my car. Everybody knows that. As to where when Bubba wrecks people, Bubba goes after him. It's like, whoa. Then he gets on TV and kind of admits it. So I don't listen. We're going to see what NASCAR does. You're asking my opinion. Herman's batting 100 so far. Kenny Wallace show's been dead on everything. Now, if I'm wrong, I don't care because this is a quote. It's not necessary for the Herminator to be right about everything. But Chase Elliott will not be penalized because he did not admit. He had reasoning. He said, I hit the wall, messed my car up. I was out of control. Now, here's the problem, though. It could go the other way because now there's data. We call it telemetry. Telemetry and data. Data means when you download something. Telemetry is real time where you can watch it. So right away, Denny Hamlin goes back to his motorhome and watches it. Each driver can look at every driver. It's out there for everybody to look at. So if you want to look at how your driver's on the gas, off the gas, steering, it clearly shows that Chase Elliott wrecks Denny Hamlin. So that's a deal where, it's like life now, right? There's a camera on every street corner. Be careful what you do because everybody's watching now. That's society. So telemetry shows that Chase Elliott wrecked him. But I don't think Chase Elliott gets fined, gets sat out because he didn't admit it. He did a good job. And attaboy to Chase Elliott. So here's what I told you. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm telling you that Chase Elliott wrecked Denny Hamlin on purpose. Now that's that. Okay? I don't think he's going to get fined or penalized because of everything I told you. However, telemetry shows he did. All right. Well, listen, the Kenny Wallace show broke it down for you. And, I think we said it all. And I gave you everything about the race. And, anything else is we just talking. But let me remind you this. Let's move away from the awesome weekend at Charlotte. We got it all in. I gave you my opinion about the rain, Memorial Day, what the men and women do for us. I broke every situation down in the Coke 600. It's a long race. And it's Speed Week in St. Louis, Missouri right now. It's Speed Week. So Worldwide Technology's got it going on. I'll be racing my dirt car Thursday at Tri-City Speedway, Granite City, Illinois. We have high limit wing sprint cars on Wednesday night. Kyle Larson, all the big boys going to be there. Ricky Stenhouse. Then Thursday, I'll be running with the XR open wheel midgets. Friday, the World of Outlaw late models. The trucks on Saturday at Worldwide Technology Raceway. And then, of course, the big cup race on Sunday, the Kenny Wallace live show. Rusty Wallace. It's going to be all about Rusty Wallace. Celebrating the great Rusty Wallace. He'll be bringing his legendary Midnight, the car that won 10 races. He'll be bringing Midnight to the green flag in front of everybody. I'm honored. I'll be on the second stage of the live Fox TV broadcast. It's going to be a big week. My souvenir trailer will be there. It'll be right by the big stage, right next to Rusty's Midnight car. That will also be on display. So we got it going on in St. Louis. I don't know if they have any tickets left. I expect to sell out. They had very little left. 60,000 people. Remember what I told you. 60,000 is the new 100,000. That's a lot of people. All right, everybody. See you here in St. Louis this weekend. And remember, we're in podcast form. Check us out on iTunes and Spotify. Please like and subscribe. I beg of you. We're all together. We're a team. Respond right here. Debate with me. No arguing. No arguing. Debate with me. Give me your opinion right here. Please like and subscribe. We're going for that 100,000 subscribers because Charlie and myself and all of you, we want to get that little trophy that YouTube gives us. Nice silver trophy, and it's going to be for you when we get it. Please like and subscribe. All right. Until the next one.